I think that when you speak about justice, you don't just talk about balancing out the post-destruction phase like we see in Gaza today. You talk about righting the wrongs that led to the devastation that we see today. It's important for us to think about the principles that put us in a situation where we can show the best of what we have to offer as humanity, as opposed to always trying to bring in a redemptive sense of justice, a restorative sense of justice. So consistent principles that can be applied across the board, and principles that allow us to have a more equitable world that doesn't put us in a perpetual state of destruction and crisis, to where we're always trying to redeem and restore rather than channel the best of what we can. By rethinking the very systems that got us here in the first place. Gaza put a mirror to the entire world. It showed us our greatest hypocrisy. It showed us our greatest incapacity. And so this allows us to finally rethink the way that we function, to rebuild new systems and molds that are not shackled by the old immoralities that led us to this place in the first place. So I think that it's an opportunity for us to reconstruct a world that is more conducive to the values that we all hold so dear. We have to make sure that the sacrifice of the people of Gaza, their collective pain, does not die in the rubble and does not become something that does not lead to a brighter future for them or for the world that let it happen to them in the first place. So I absolutely do believe collective pain can rock our senses to a point that we rethink what got us here in the first place. So collective pain can be redemptive only if we're genuinely committed to not letting that pain happen ever again to anyone ever again. I will never forget the soul of our soul, Khalid Nabhan, holding his granddaughter Reen and kissing her eyes, and how we lived with that man even though we never got to be with him in the physical sense. So I think that between Khalid Nabhan and Reen, and then Hind Rajab and her mother, these are stories that not only rock our conscience, because it's not just children and blood, it's not just people's lives being shattered, it is the deepest vulnerabilities and our deepest fears and our deepest emotions coming out in the rawest sense and captured on camera, for us to ask ourselves what our hearts are registering with everything that's been happening all along.